NASA's historic return to the moon will have to wait a few more days. After multiple issues this morning, the Artemis I mission was scrubbed. Engineers are trying to determine why the bleed test to the engines was not successful. Engineers are looking at options to gather as much data as possible. NASA says they will try to launch the rocket again on Friday.
A Florida judge could be close to approving requests from lawyers of former President Trump to appoint a third party to review the discovery of highly classified material seized from Trump's Florida home. And as Trump insists he did nothing wrong, top U.S. intelligence officials are assessing potential risks to national security as they carry out a classification review of the documents recovered.
Mississippi is bracing for significant floods. The Mississippi River near Jackson is expected to crest today, and parts of other states are at risk of flooding too. Climate scientists warn the latest droughts and floods in the U.S. and other parts of the world won't be the last.
Texas Democratic candidate for Governor Beto O'Rourke has had to put his campaign on pause due to illness. O'Rourke says he was hospitalized on Friday here in San Antonio for a bacterial infection. After receiving IV antibiotics, doctors told him to go home and rest. He is now recovering at home in El Paso.
Companies that experienced unexpected booms during the pandemic are now experiencing unexpected busts. Peloton, Wayfair, Shopify, Zoom, and Netflix all losing shares now. Many companies are having to lay off employees due to lack of earnings.
Despite inflation, there may soon be discounts at a store near you. The Wall Street Journal says a lot of retailers have found themselves with too much inventory, especially in clothing categories like activewear and sportswear. Sales in those areas have been crimped lately by shifted spending habits and people cutting back to deal with high prices on almost everything.
The federal government is ending its offer to ship free at-home COVID tests on Friday. This is due to lack of additional funding from Congress to continue the program. The Biden administration first launched the free at-home COVID tests back in January.
The greatest tennis players in the world are in New York to compete in the U.S. Open, which kicks off today. But all eyes are on the woman who's dominated the sport for a generation, Serena Williams. Later today, she'll take the court in what is likely the last tournament of her career. She will also play with her sister Venus on Wednesday.
Fewer people go to the movies on Labor Day weekend than almost any other time of the year. So this Saturday, September 3rd, the Cinema Foundation is promoting a special event at more than 3,000 U.S. theaters on more than 30,000 screens. All showings of all movies in all formats will be just $3 per ticket. Check your local listings for details. And that's today's 9 at 9.